На секунду туда садитесь. Я вам сегодня что-то показывать буду. Сегодня будет. Philip, come here. Это Настя. Настя, ты хочешь сюда прийти, Настя, чтобы я буду показывать сегодня картину. I'm going to show some pictures. It's going to be a little interesting. Who remembered what we talked about last week? Does anybody remember what we talked about last week? I know Gabrielle remembers. That's a given. But anyone but Gabrielle? Yes. About ants, that's right. About ants. And the fact that ants are somewhat wise. They act before it happens. So they gathered meat. And one of the translations says meat. The other translation it says food for the summer. So they know when to start getting ready for the summer. Like what happens during summertime? What happens during summertime? Does anybody know? No school, right? No school. And what else happens during summertime? It's hot. That's right. When my mom, when we used to live in Ukraine, we would get ready for winter time. So we get all the food in the basement and get ready for winter time, like little smart ants. Who knows what badgers are? Have anybody ever heard of badgers? Rock badgers. You know what badgers are? There's such thing as rock badgers. They're like little, like yay big. I got a picture of them. Okay. Rock badgers. All right, they look like little mice. They look like little rabbits. They're very fragile. If you step on one, they look like that. Right? They're badgers. Proverbs chapter 30, verse 26. Gabriel, you want to do the honor? Because David тебя беспокоит. Come on, let's do the honor. Yep. In other words, Connies or rock badgers are feeble folks. What does the word feeble mean? What does feeble mean? What is feeble?
Like
weak or fragile. Okay? The badgers are weak or fragile animals, yet they make their houses in the rocks. They say it's 12,000 feet they can build their houses. Little badgers have 4 stomachs. 4 stomachs. Okay, that makes them eat rock. They look small. They look fragile. They look like you can squish them. They can climb to high distance and build rocks and build little houses in rocks. So what God is trying to say, what he's trying to say is that be like ants and get ready for summer. Be like badgers. Even if you're little kids like this little kids, or like this, or like this. Even if you look fragile, you can be strong like badgers. You can be wise like badgers. You can climb on high mountains and build your house. So the ants are example to be ready for summer. Badgers are example that don't let the outer appearance fool you. The inner appearance is strong and they climb really good. Rock badgers are example of you can look skinny. You can look like David right there, right? Fragile, but you can do a lot, if you have the wisdom to do so. Ants are example of getting ready. Badgers are example of doing stuff, even if your body doesn't look like you can do much. Right? And girls, you too. Wisdom from God says, look at the animals, look at everything that God created, and don't let your outer appearance fool you. Like David or Gabriel. Or you can be small, you can be big, but you can do a lot. Especially for God. I've seen an example of a little guy this big build a house 3 times his size with rocks and stone. He was constantly motivated. He was constantly motivated to do so. Proverbs speaks of motivation, of being eager to do so. Especially in the Brazilian areas. You got guys this big building houses 4 times their size. It's all about motivation, persistence. It's about like an ant being ready to do before the time comes. So what happens with me is I know that during winter time, our work gets slow. So I get ready for it. Okay, I create little projects for me to do around the job. God speaks of the same wisdom, being ready and being motivated. All right, so badgers, and they're not just badgers, they're rock badgers. They're not extinct. Actually, there's so much of them that they're a little pest. People use them for pets, little pests like raccoons.
What?
Yes. All right, I'm going to ask questions now. See how much we listened. Rock badgers are an example of what in the Bible? It's an M word. That's the motivation. Motivation, that's right. You just learn how to talk. Motivation. Ants are an example of being prepared. Rock badgers can climb rocks and have how many stomachs? 4.
4.
Very interesting. 4. All right, all 4 needed to digest the little rocks. They look small, but they're big in motivation. All right? Proverbs. Amen. Who wants to pray?